Sorry for the background noise. My dishwasher is going off and I tried to cancel it and all it did was drain. And I didn't want it to drain, I want it to finish what it's doing. So if you hear it in the background, I'm really sorry. But thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new here, hi, my name is Shelly. It is so nice to meet you. Today I was gonna go out grocery shopping, but it is raining cats and dogs outside, and I have really horrible anxiety, especially while driving, and the worst time for me to drive is either at night or when it's raining. I just can't do it, so I'm gonna have to put it off. But what I can do is I can go through my refrigerator and my pantry, clean it out and get it ready to bring new food in and put it all away and stuff. I have to clean the kitchen first. I need to wipe down the counters because I like everything to be nice and clean before I start pulling anything out. And then I'll get to tackling the refrigerator and the pantry and the freezer outside. So about 6 months ago, I redid my pantry. I made it look nice and neat and everything, but it is time for me to go through my pantry, take out anything that has been sitting there for a while that hasn't been eaten, take any packages out that only has a couple of items in it. There really isn't a whole lot in my pantry right now anyway, because we kind of haven't really been grocery shopping recently since we were planning Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year, so we just kind of been eating whatever we had left over. But I still need to go in there and clean it out, so let's see what the damage looks like right now. It's not looking so bad. There's just a lot of empty space and stuff that I need to go through and get rid of boxes. I don't really have much pasta anymore. All of my stuff is kind of mixed up together. I don't really have any canned items anymore, so I need to stock up on some beans and just really condense a lot of my stuff together to make space. And then of course I need to sweep and vacuum and get rid of clutter and also wipe down the cabinets and stuff like that. All of my buckets on the top don't really need to be moved around. There's really not a whole lot to do with that. And this is also a great way for me to kind of take inventory, see what I need or what I want. During the Christmas holiday season, I'm not as strict as I normally would be on my diet. And I hate using the word strict, but you know what I mean? Like when you're not on a diet, how do you explain that? When you're watching yourself and you're making sure that you're eating the right things and stuff like that, you know, sometimes you give yourself a break. You still keep your mind focused on the things that you're eating. Keeping a moderate mind towards the things that I know I shouldn't be eating, but allowing myself to comfortably eat those things without feeling guilt, knowing that I'm going to go back on track when things aren't as busy as they were. So that's where I'm at right now. I like to go through everything that I have, see what kind of things I can make for dinner or lunch, breakfast, snacks, stuff like that. See what I have, see what I need, and really just revamp the whole pantry and get started with the new year. Does anybody else keep plasticware in their pantry because your kids throw away your regular silverware forks?
Can I have?
Yes, you can have those. Yeah, so does mine. So we actually have to keep plastic forks in here, not because I want to, but because I can't afford to buy a whole new silverware set just for some forks. And I've been looking around for forks actually. I tried Walmart, the Dollar Tree, and in my opinion, they're just so expensive. For 2 forks, you're paying $4 at Walmart. I just think that that's ridiculous. For $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, you're paying for 2 forks. Like, I mean, I know it's probably more expensive and counterintuitive to be buying a bunch of plastic forks. I might as well just pick up those forks. If they're gonna get thrown away, what is the point? But I am gonna probably have to bite the bullet at some point and get those forks. That way I don't have to continue buying plastic forks and save these for parties, or when I have a lot of guests over, I don't have to use my silverware. You probably just saw me throw those out. I saved these Quest ones because I really do like these peanut butter cups. They're full of protein. They have less than a gram of sugar, 11 grams of protein, and they taste almost exactly like a Reese's peanut butter cup, except for they're a little bit more richer because they have a darker chocolate and they're not as sweet, but they taste almost exactly as the real thing. But I've been kind of trying to shy away from using energy bars or breakfast bars. So now I try to eat something that's more like a piece of toast with avocado, or something that's a little bit more whole foods and not something out of a package. So I've been trying not to buy any. Those were the last that I had. They've been sitting up here forever, so I'm finally going to toss them. Oops. So I forgot that I had these. I have these Great Northern beans. Do you guys make bean and ham soup? This is something that my family always liked to make during the winter season. I have yet to make it. and I still have leftover ham in my freezer from Thanksgiving that I've been wanting to use to make this, but I don't have any ham shanks or ham hocks, so that's what I was waiting for, and I never got to it because we've been so busy. But I think that I'm going to put these aside because I want to make sure that I get to use these before the winter season's over, because I really enjoy ham and bean soup. It reminds me of my mom. It's so nostalgic. I've showed this soup on my channel before a couple of times. One of them was for a cook with me in January of last year. So I'm going to include that video in the description box down below if you want to see how I made it. This recipe is so versatile. You could put whatever veggies you want in it, and it's really budget friendly.
From when I was 16, I wanted all that I had. Tell me, when did it change, or where'd we go? Now in the mirror I see someone I don't wanna be. Tell me, could we turn back? Oh, please don't go. Stop, breathe, wait a little longer. We be getting stronger. Stop, breathe for me. All I want is you in front of me. I could have another, but you're always gonna be my own. All I want is you, my everything. I don't need another, 'cause you're always gonna be my own. I don't need more time. I know where the heart is. Tell me what you need, just don't let go. We're taking all that's left.
Mom, how do you put regular on? Oh, top.
They found some snacks. How stale are those Doritos, Christian? Are you sure? Enjoy them. I wonder if we'll ever finish this big ass bowl or cauldron full of candy. We've been collecting it throughout the entire year. This is a lot of candy. I need to get rid of it. You're not ready to fetch yet, are you, Mom? You did do it! Here. Sit. Good boy, you're a good boy. Sit. 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 Good girl. Yeah. Just a few more, okay? Doesn't it feel great to accomplish something? The pantry only took me about an hour and a half or two to really clean and organize, and now I'm ready to stock it back up. Alright, so now that I got that done, now I gotta clean out the fridge. At first glance, it really doesn't look so bad. It's kind of organized. I've seen worse. My refrigerator has definitely been worse. And we keep it cleaned out constantly. We're always rearranging and taking things out. But it was time for me to really deep clean this refrigerator. I started off by taking everything out of the refrigerator, and I took out all of the shelves and the drawers, and I really deep cleaned the entire refrigerator from top to bottom so that it was nice and clean and I got a fresh new start. I pulled this drawer and out came a pack of bacon. Pretty sure it's still good. I think I remember putting it in there a couple of days ago. I think I bought it for the New Year's Eve party, never used it. I also dropped some yogurt the other day and it splattered there and I never even noticed it. Refrigerators get so gross. It's like one of the least favorite things I like doing. So narrow. It's so hard to get things in and out of here, especially the drawers. My door hits the pantry. It does not open up all the way. So it's so hard to clean out this refrigerator. I really, really would love one day for a wide refrigerator, one of those double ones that open up and it has the freezer on the bottom. That's the kind that I want, and I want it to be stainless steel because white gets dirty. No matter what I do, it does not stay clean. But for now, I have to settle for this one, and I'm thankful that I have a refrigerator, so I can't complain too much. I'm just gonna pull all these drawers out, and I'm gonna clean them by hand, and then I'll put them back in. Oh, son of a... The light has been on for so long that I got really hot, so when I touched it with this, it just popped. But luckily, I had a spare light bulb, so I was able to easily replace that light bulb. Like I said earlier, I clean out my refrigerator all the time. At least once a week, I'll go in and take any leftovers that has been in there for about a week or so, and I remove them and I reorganize the refrigerator and make sure it's nice and tidy. I don't clean out the refrigerator like this very often, maybe every couple of months, maybe every 3 months or so. But because the yogurt had splashed all over these drawers, it started to smell in there. And I couldn't figure out what that smell was. So when I finally realized that it was the yogurt, all it took was for me to just clean all the drawers and wipe down all the shelves and really clean out the refrigerator, and the refrigerator smelled really nice and clean. We had so much fruit in this refrigerator that I wanted to make some extra space, so I started cleaning all of the fruit and putting it away nice and neatly. I've never owned a salad spinner, but I'm so glad that I found this one. I believe I got it at Target for like $10 because I've looked everywhere for them on Amazon and they're just so expensive. So I settled for this manual one. It's not the best, but it does the job and it gets all of the water out of it, so it's a lot easier to put all your fruit and vegetables away. Also, I like to store all of my fruit in bags, like big gallon-sized bags, and then I'll put a paper towel inside, and it'll keep the moisture out of there so that your fruit lasts a little bit longer. This drawer broke a long time ago, but I still use it to store all of my bacon, cheese sticks for the kids, pepperoni, and stuff like that. It's like our meat and cheese drawer. So I'm just dividing it with some extra baskets, and I get these from Dollar Tree, and it really organized the drawer so that it was easy to get in and out of. The refrigerator looks so nice now. When my husband got home from work, he was like, wow, the refrigerator looks great. So I feel very accomplished today. That took way longer than I expected. I probably took almost 3 hours just cleaning out the refrigerator. I didn't get to the condiment side. I will get to that next time. I'm like almost exhausted. We're supposed to go shopping when my husband gets home. It looks like it cleared up a little bit outside, but I don't think we're gonna make it today. And I have to make dinner for my kids soon, so I'll probably go out shopping tomorrow morning when I have more time and more energy. But I do have to get to this freezer, but I'm not gonna get to it on camera. It's really not too bad. Just for the sake of filming, I'm just going to snap my finger, and just like that, you have a nice and tidy freezer inside and outside. Okay, so I'm done for the day. I didn't get to the freezer outside. I'm gonna take the rest of the night off, and I'm just gonna hang out, and I'm gonna cook dinner soon, and then I'll resume back here tomorrow, and we'll go grocery shopping and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I decided that this video was getting a little long, so I'm gonna end it with what we had for dinner. So I started off by making some rice, and all I did was toast up 1 large coffee cup full of rice with a little bit of oil, and then you add 2 parts of water, or in this case I used chicken broth, and 2 tablespoons of tomato bouillon, and I let it come up to a simmer on low with the lid on, and then I transferred it over to the back burner, and I continue letting it finish cooking for about 15 minutes or until the broth is completely absorbed into the rice. Once the liquid is almost fully absorbed into the rice, this is when you check it to make sure that almost all the liquids are gone. You put the lid back on and you let it sit off heat for about 5 minutes before you start to fluff it up. You can do this part while the rice is cooking, but the rice will stay warm for a while. We're going to be making some very sloppy Philly cheesesteaks, and all I did was we got some shaved beef. We got 2 packages that were about 14 ounces each, and this was enough to make 6 sandwiches. Then I cut up some bell pepper, onion, I had some mushrooms, a jalapeno, and some tomato. Does anybody else watch Ask a Mortician? I think she is so talented in what she does. She's been doing YouTube for 10 years or so, and all of her content is so interesting. I just love watching her. Okay, so this is kind of a no-brainer, but I really enjoy cooking my peppers and onions in a cast iron skillet. I feel like it gives it a good sear on the vegetables, and it gives it a lot of flavor. So I just heat up some oil, and I let my onions cook a little bit until they're translucent before I add in my bell peppers. And then I'll just cook them for a few minutes until they're tender crisp. I also, for some reason, really like tomatoes and jalapenos with this sandwich. So I scooted over the veggies and I made some jalapenos and tomatoes on the side. And then later on, I'm gonna be sauteing up some mushrooms too. My family doesn't really like this kind of stuff, so I kind of just made it for myself and for my roommate. This meat is very thin, so there really isn't a whole lot of cooking involved. You're basically just searing it and warming it up. So I just put it in a bowl with some steak seasoning. You can use any seasonings that you like, but this is just a store-bought steak seasoning that I had. So I seasoned it up liberally because steak needs a whole lot of flavor. And then I just cooked it in the cast iron where I cooked the vegetables until it turned nice and brown. At this point, my rice was ready to be fluffed, so I just took a spoon and I fluffed up the rice and it was good to go. I have this cast iron skillet that I use to brown up my bread with. All I did was spread it with some, I can't believe it's not butter, and I put it down on the cast iron skillet. But as I was applying this cheese to the meat, the cheese had been sitting out for a while, so it was like kind of stuck together. So I was spending so much time trying to get the cheese to pull apart that I forgot about the bread. It's a little overcooked. But either way, it was still really good, and my husband kind of likes his bread like that anyway. I didn't realize that I wasn't in full frame here, you guys. I'm sorry about that. But while I'm serving up dinner, it's very easy, simple. All I did was just put the meat and cheese on the bread and then the veggies on top. And on mine, I added the mushrooms and the jalapenos and some tomato. But I'm going to end the video here because this video is getting pretty long and I'm just not there yet where I think I can post almost an hour-long video. But I hope that this offers you some good cleaning motivation to do some things around your house if you needed it. Thank you so much for watching, and my next video will be all about the Ibotta purchases that I made. I have already began to edit that part of the video as well, so it shouldn't take more than a day or two to get that video up. Alright guys, well I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.
Everybody happy?